Hello, everyone. I'm David Riggleman, Communications Director for the City of Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us for Access City Council. Coming up on this show, Rancho High School students are honored for their efforts with recycling, and it's the Year of the Rat. We'll tell you about some fun ways you can celebrate the Chinese New Year right here in Las Vegas. The councilwoman who represents Ward 3, of course, is Olivia Diaz. She joins me now. Welcome back to the show. How are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, David. We're doing well.
We have lots of New Year's. We got the traditional New Year. We got the Chinese New Year going on. We're going to talk about, we have a special guest to talk about that today. A lot of that's going to be right in your ward, which is exciting.
It is very exciting to have many of these festive events, especially parades, and the Chinese New Year is such an amazing celebration. I love multicultural activities. I think it provides us an avenue to learn more about other countries.
Makes our city great. It's one of the things that makes Las Vegas so cool too, you know. So
that we embrace our diversity, and we're proud of that.
Yeah, absolutely. We surely are here, and it makes us a better community all the way around. You know Ward 3 like the back of your hand. You're an expert on Ward 3 and the issues there. But for those of you out there who aren't exactly sure where Ward 3 is located, well, have no fear. We're going to show you. It's basically East Las Vegas. It's that area in blue. If you live in that area or work in that area, then you are in the city limits of the city of Las Vegas. You're represented by Olivia Diaz if you're a resident out there. And we should say one thing that's very cool about Ward 3, it encompasses a lot of our downtown. A lot going on in the downtown. We're going to talk more about that today, but so much of the exciting growth and rebirth that's going on in Las Vegas is really taking place right within your ward, which is so cool.
I know, and part of it will come up when we address the state of the city, Dave, where the mayor shared a lot of interesting and exciting projects that are coming online.
She did, and you know, it's a perfect segue to our first topic, which is the state of the city. This took place back on January 9th, the annual address, and of course that's Scott Adams, our city manager. He was introducing the council member. There you are, and of course then he introduced Mayor Goodman, and she spoke for about an hour on where we've been as a city and then where we're going, and she talked specifically about some great things in Ward 3, didn't she? There we see some right there. Yeah.
Here we go.
Circa, we've got Fremont Street Experience. You and Councilman Creer share that area, exactly. So
I'm glad. I'm glad it's a shared endeavor because that is such an important part of our city, that Fremont Street Experience and everything that happens around it, that it does require 2 council members to ensure that we're doing what we can.
A lot going on.
Yes, we have the whole enchilada project. You know, it's causing a little bit of discomfort to our small business owners. I recognize that, but I think they all are vested in the outcome of making sure that it is more walkable and more pedestrians can come by and patronize their business. So I know they're very excited to see that project come to fruition, that we got Share Downtown happening in the Arts District. We have many new small businesses like Tacotarian that just opened in the Arts District, and I know that that's one of so many more small businesses ready. She mentioned about 25 permits being pulled in the beginning of the year. So we're just so excited that the economy is good and it's providing people the opportunity to start their businesses and do it in the Arts District.
Because we've, certainly seen the years of the recession where we really took a beating here in Las Vegas. But boy, the tide has turned, thank goodness, as I said. And your area of town, especially the Arts District, the areas of Ward 3 in the downtown are just exploding with all kinds of new businesses and ventures that are coming in. It's got to make you feel good. It's got to make you feel like we're on the right path here.
Exactly, and it makes sure that our residents have amenities and restaurants and breweries to visit, and they don't have to make this huge drive across town to access. So.
Yeah, exactly, and to enjoy. And parks, and enjoy parks. We'll talk about that. You posted this on Facebook. I loved it. You said, what an amazing ribbon cutting ceremony today at our newest park located in the heart of East Las Vegas. And of course, we're talking about East Las Vegas Family Park.
It seems like it was only yesterday, Dave.
Yeah, I know. This took place back in December. This was December 5th when we officially opened the new park. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous new park. We'd called it, for those of you who are trying to get at your point of reference here, your bearings, we'd called this Las Vegas Wash Park. That probably not the most exciting name in the world. That was kind of the working title.
So we went out into the community,
yeah.
we canvassed, we let them know we were going to reopen the park. We were going to open this brand new park in the area, and we came up with East Las Vegas Family Park. And so that's its new name, East Las Vegas Family Park. We think it represents the level of pride that we feel as an East Las Vegas community. We have the East Las Vegas Library, we have the East Las Vegas Community Center. We just thought it would be fitting to incorporate East Las Vegas Family Park as well.
Congratulations. That was a much needed park. Boy, it turned out beautifully, didn't it? It really
And the
did.
community was ready to accept it with open arms that very first day. And I want to thank all of our staff that made the event wonderful. We had hot cocoa, we had cookies, and the kids were running around. For sure.
That's what they do in parks, for sure. We should also let everybody know it's kind of in the area of Washington and Lamb, if you're trying to find it.
If you're heading east on Washington, you pass Lamb, and just past Lamb,
there it is.
To your left, you'll find it.
Yeah, it's really nice in that wash area. Those wash areas, oftentimes we don't really use them for anything, but that was an opportunity to take that whole area and turn it into something really terrific.
Recreational, and it kind of does I think there's a trail that might kind of go
It does, yeah,
behind
links
it.
up with
So,
it, yeah.
There's definitely different points of recreation, whether you're a cyclist and you're gonna, use your bicycle on that trail, or you're going to come and kick the soccer ball around with your kids, or shoot a little bit of basketball, which I saw those basketball courts being utilized way in advance of us opening, which was a clear sign that this park was overdue.
Yeah, we hit the mark on putting the right things in there, then that's for sure. And then, Councilwoman, I want to talk about this as well, speaking of young people. You are a grad of Rancho High, and some of the students from Rancho were recently honored for an effort in recycling. They won a competition in recycling, right? Tell us about this.
In conjunction with our Office of Community Services, we held an iRecycle competition, and we opened it up to the high schools in my ward. And Las Vegas High School and Rancho High School, the oldest high schools of the city in North Las Vegas, were the ones that decided to partake in the competition, and Rancho edged out Las Vegas.
Wow.
And so we wanted to make sure that they were recognized not only for winning the competition, but they do have, I believe, first of the year through the end of their year, where they do incentivize and do try to motivate the youth there to recycle.
It was impressive, and I was impressed by the number of students. Of course, they were being honored there at our city council meeting on January 15th.
And it's our Criminal Justice Club and city and Student Council that, in coordination and collaboration, they were the ones
to make it happen.
Exactly.
Well, obviously they were the kids, the doers at Rancho, because not only were there a lot of them, but of course they took home the top prize, and it was impressive all the things that they had enacted at the school. That young man that you saw speaking with the white sweater on, as the assistant principal, and he talked about all of the things that the kids had done toward recycling, and it was really impressive.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Makes me feel pride, be very, very proud to have come from Rancho, and that they're continuing that tradition of creating future leaders for our community.
Well, it obviously worked out very well for you, so we'll see for them as well. They'll be the next.
We need successors.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And of course, we're into the new year, but there were some great things that took place just recently, right at the end of the old year. You posted this on Facebook. You said, "It was a full day of cheer. Thank you to our employees at the Development Services Center and to the Fremont Street Experience for inviting me to join in on all the festivities." And I think this started with a ugly sweater contest at the city, and then moved to ultimately moved to the tree lighting down on Fremont Street. It's a great annual tradition out there.
All of us kind of start checking out when Christmas is coming up, but this is a great way to start preparing ourselves for the holidays. I loved partaking in the ugly sweater competition. My team and I got really serious about our role in that.
Did you win that? Did you guys?
We all tied the DSC.
Okay, very diplomatic.
All of us are sharing the award because all of us turned out, to support our employees down there, and then we were able to light the Christmas tree downtown, and just enjoyed seeing the faces of my colleague, Councilman Knudsen's kids, and being able to count down and then lift the switch and make the lights come on, and especially under that newly renovated canopy there.
Yeah, great
on
point,
Fremont Street.
Councilwoman. The new Viva Vision, it's completely finished now, upgrade. It's impressive. When Fremont Street Experience first opened, they could only do the canopy light show really at night, but now it's so brilliant and bright. They do it all the time.
If you haven't seen the newest canopy rendition, go down and check it out.
Check it out.
Beautiful.
It's really cool. It really is. And then in addition, Councilwoman, to the of course, lighting the trees and the ugly sweater contest. Great traditions. You kept the senior holiday luncheons going. The big one out at the East Las Vegas Community Center in the big ballroom there. I mean, look at this. This is an event that goes back several years, and it always has a huge turnout. Look at this.
Exactly. Was super honored that I was able to help not only continue with being prepared for the festivities, but this tradition that a lot of seniors look forward to every single year around this time. And we made sure they had a yummy meal that Arizona Charlie's helped with. Arizona Charlie's also made sure that we had prizes to raffle.
That's
and
wonderful.
Then toward the end, we were able to even dance a little. So we really had a great time, and we look forward to continuing this tradition.
That is really terrific. And we should mention that took place on December 13th. Again, that's a tradition that goes back several years, but it just is always huge. The turnout at that is probably one of the most impressive anywhere in the valley. So
yeah, our seniors
kudos to
definitely
you. Yeah.
want to be taken care of and not forgotten about.
Yeah, exactly. And
I
Arizona
think-
Charlie's, thanks to them for always stepping up and helping make that such a great
And they
event.
all
So,
were dressed so nicely, and it's just such a great opportunity. And we do it earlier in the day because we know that, dinners sometimes are not something where you eat lots of food when you're, further along in your age. And so we just hope everybody had a great time, and we look forward to hosting many more.
That sounds great. Very good. And then you posted this on Facebook. I loved it too. Kudos to our Ward 3 Downtown Neighborhood Associations for organizing such a beautiful holiday event. Circle in the Park 2.0 was loads of fun. Now, normally this event would take place at Hunt Ridge Circle Park.
Correct.
But the park is going through some changes, and so we went to this location
Yes,
instead.
this is our newly renovated Baker Park, and Kathleen Carr and her husband there, as you see, he's dressed up as Santa Claus. This power couple in the downtown has been bringing this event, and it's a way to build community. We do a cookie exchange. There was hot cocoa and coffee provided by Publicus, and there we are. We're all excited to take our pictures with Santa and really just catch up, talk to each other. A lot of conversation around what was happening at the city, and people sharing their perspectives and their stances on issues. And I think that's important when we build events where not only are we eating cookies and having coffee, but we're actually having really good discussion about current events.
That's good.
And how they feel about where we're heading.
Yeah, they're engaged. They're engaged
Exactly.
and want to make sure that you're aware of what's going on in their neighborhoods.
Yes.
So, I was a little worried when that got moved from the old traditional location to the new, but it didn't seem to harm the event at all.
Not at all, and actually
so-
I think it provided a good balance of what the children could be doing. They could be eating, they could be playing, they could be watching we even had like a mini stage that the new area allowed for the Downtown Dance Conservatory children to perform in, and so everybody was very pleased with the 2.0 version of Santa and the Circle.
And we'll keep you posted next year where it'll take place.
Hopefully
so
still at
misses it.
Baker, because
Exactly.
that's very near the neighborhoods that traditionally hold it.
And then we want to tell everybody too, we've got some meetings coming up, and then you also had some joint meetings. This is an important one. You had a meeting at Shadow Hill Church.
This is a collaboration amongst Ward 3 neighborhood associations. We have Beverly Green, we have Huntridge, we have John S. Park. It's all of them that came together. We were talking issues that are affecting all of Ward 3, and we had a stakeholder meeting we came up with an action plan, and this was a meeting that we held to then inform the rest of the residents of what the action plan was in terms of dealing with squatting issues
Gotcha.
and when we see them coming before us. And so loved it. And then after we shared best practices of reporting and what to do, then we broke out into different groups.
Gotcha.
And we talked about other, like, restarting neighborhood watch programs, and everybody had a point of interest. I think one of them was Huntridge Circle Park and the where that was, and so people had different circles they could go listen in or participate or even contribute to.
Yeah. You know, that's such a timely discussion too, because squatters have been an issue literally in every community across the valley. So to have that discussion, understand what your rights are.
And who to contact, who the point
right.
of contact is immediately when it is happening, so that we can get to it faster, and how can we do it in a coordinated effort where everybody's informed about what's happening.
Councilwoman, were you in the legislature when the laws were changed to put more teeth into preventing squatters from coming in? And well, so it obviously, it was prior to that, people were frustrated because they felt like there was really nothing that could be done. Well, that changed based on some of the,
Yes,
the
I
laws.
remember
Yeah.
Assemblyman Edgar Flores head spearing a lot of that legislation
Yeah.
and making sure that we were giving tools to our law enforcement to help
Exactly.
our communities.
So call. You can get in touch with the police if you think you've got a squatting issue. They will help you out.
Yes, your downtown area command is always
Exactly.
a good starting point.
Exactly. And Councilwoman, a couple of meetings coming up we want to tell everybody about. The first one has to do with a transit meeting, and this is really important. This is going to take place on Monday, January 27th from 6 to 8 at the center down on Maryland Parkway there at 401 South Maryland. If you are someone who rides the bus or uses paratransit, boy, you really want to make sure that you try to get to this meeting, because the RTC, the Regional Transportation Commission, what Councilwoman is looking at revising some of the routes, right?
Yeah, and then also if you just are a resident that has some input about anything that is related to that transit corridor, just come out, listen to what are some thoughts behind what the development may be or what the plans are starting to shape up. This is the critical point where you can have your voice heard, because sometimes if you miss this planning window, we really can't alter the course once the planning is complete. And so this is the time, because I'm sharing that because on Eastern Avenue there were some improvements. My office is being contacted about those improvements, but at that juncture, once those improvements are put in, we really don't have much wiggle room to change it.
If you let us
we're
know.
guessing,
Exactly.
so we want to know versus guess.
So true. So again, that's going to be on January 27th from 6 to 8, and then another great meeting. This is going to be for wards 1, 3, and 5.
Super excited because you're going to be there to help us with
exactly,
it.
Absolutely. 5:30 to 7, the East Las Vegas Community Center. That's there at 250 Northeastern, right off of US 95. This is really going to be a focus primarily on public safety, right?
Yeah, so mark your calendars or put it in your phone calendar. It's January 28th, and it is to gather all of our neighbors from wards 1, 3, and 5, and we are going to talk about public safety and how technology is helping us be way more responsive to any activity in our neighborhoods based on ShotSpotter and cameras, and it's a lot of good information that I hope that you can come and take away.
Yeah, good stuff.
And share.
You'll be sharing that with Councilman Knudsen and Councilman Creer will be there as well.
Both my colleagues, Knudsen and Creer, will be there.
Perfect.
We're excited about the joint opportunity to share information.
Yeah, January 28th, 5:30 to
East
7,
Las Vegas Community Center.
Exactly right. Well, Councilwoman, we need to take a short break, but when we return, if you're looking for ways to celebrate the Year of the Rat, stick around. We've got all the details on the annual citywide Chinese New Year Festival. That's next, so please stay with us.
Había un niño que era muy sensible a luces y sonidos. Construía escondites donde no podían entrar. No le gustaba mirar a la gente a los ojos, lo hacía sentir incómodo. Un día se descubrió que tenía autismo. Con ayuda poco a poco aprendió a vivir mejor con ello.
Mientras más pronto se diagnostique, mejor. Conoce las señales en autismspeaks.org.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
Welcome back, everyone. As we mentioned earlier, it's the Year of the Rat, and there's plenty going on to celebrate the Chinese New Year here in Las Vegas. With us today to give us more to the details of the celebrations is Derek Uehara, Cultural Ambassador at the Golden Catalyst. Derek, welcome to the program. Great to have you on here. Councilwoman and I, we love Chinese New Year. It's always such a fun event here in Las Vegas. And we talked about on our Facebook Live when you were on with us, it's just exploded here in Las Vegas, hasn't it, Councilwoman?
It has, and we want to hear about where you've seen the growth for Chinese New Year festivities here in our wonderful city.
Well, I think you said it best, Councilwoman. This is the best city in the world. So when this was started 9 years ago, it's like every other grassroots activity. You go out to the community, you speak with people, you share your message, and it comes back to delivery, right? You promote it, and then people want to see how it turns out. So each and every year, we've been thrilled and honored that the community has said, wow.
It's been fun.
We want to participate.
Great. Yeah, exactly.
And so we have some momentum building here. This event, I wanted to mention that it is an official state-recognized Nevada 150 event.
Oh, nice.
So when we celebrated 150 years a couple of years ago, this event was selected. And I think a big part of it is because it involves so many parts of our state.
Yeah,
and that's what it's all about, right? We live here, this is our home. And what a great way to celebrate the things that are important to all of us.
Yeah.
Life, family, friends, and community.
So that's what Chinese New Year is really all about,
Absolutely.
isn't it, Derek? Yeah.
You got to take the time, right? We're all so busy, running around, working hard. Important, at the end of the day, we have each other.
Yeah.
And we got to celebrate that.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so important, and we're so excited to celebrate each and every year.
And we're very excited in Ward 3 that you've selected the Arts District to kick off your parade as the point where everybody will come and see the beautiful, colorful parade. Can you talk to us more about that?
Absolutely.
When is it happening in 18B, and where to be, and where the best seat might be along
Absolutely.
the corridor?
So let's talk about the specifics. This will be Saturday, January 25th. We're going to begin at 9:30 a.m. at Maine and Utah.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go down Maine until California. And the after party event will be there at the Casino Center Drive,
Nice.
California and Colorado. An event like this doesn't happen by accident. So of course our executive producer Gianni Lau has really looked to reach more people, and that's part of why it's a change, right? And also Derek Stonebarger, former president of the 18B district, has been a champion, and he's a sharp guy. He said, listen, we have a lot of great businesses and organizations here, but like everything else, we need to get the word out, right? People don't know about it.
Yeah.
So what a great partnership to have the Chinese New Year parade going in that area. I think we can all visualize people walking by and going, oh my goodness, I didn't know this was here.
Well, we should let everybody know, Derek, in the past, the parade has been on Fremont Street. And so this time around, we'll let everybody know, change, Main Street, but I think this is going to be a better location. I think just where it's going to be this year, to be able to have the after party and everything, it's
Exactly.
it's perfect
You
for
finished
it.
it.
Yeah.
You have so many amazing small businesses there. There's been so much time and energy and effort put into making sure that that's an up and coming area that locals want to visit. And I know there's been a lot of effort to activate the alleys and make it just a bright place, an exciting place where people are always excited to come and
Absolutely.
visit. So I sincerely appreciate the partnership and bringing it. And Derek Stonebarger, if you're watching, thank you for also being supportive of cultural efforts.
See, these guys named Derek that get things
I
done.
know,
You notice that?
Yeah, exactly.
There's
That's
commonality.
the connection. Derek, we're running short of time, but I want to give you the final word. Is there anything else you want to add for the viewers out there?
I want to invite everyone in our community to come and join us. This has gotten bigger and better every year. I shared earlier, Forbes magazine has named this one of the top 8 places in the country to celebrate Chinese New Year's. This was just picked up by CNBC on Monday. As of Monday, there were 26 million impressions.
Wow.
So the country, the world is really aware of this. We're looking to build, and we want more of our community with us. We want to acknowledge the Vegas Golden Knights, our title sponsor year for year number 2. We appreciate that. Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority has been there from day one, so we appreciate their support. This year we have 30% more entrants in the parade.
Wow.
So thank you for joining us, and for everyone else out there, come visit us. And if you want to participate next year, we welcome you as well.
It's going to be bigger next year and the year after that and year after that, Derek.
It's
So
definitely a sight to
congratulations.
see, so come on down.
Exactly.
January 25th, 9:30.
You got it.
Maine and Utah.
Yeah.
Great.
Derek, thank you so much for being on the program. And Councilwoman, great job. We have to tell everybody out there, we're running short of time here, but we always want to hear from you. So if you have something you'd like to share with Councilwoman Diaz, you can always find her on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you leave a comment, we may use one of your posts on our next show. We'd love to hear from you. You can also contact the Councilwoman just by picking up the phone, 702-229-4623, or send her an email. Her address is odiaz@lasvegasnevada.gov. Well, again, thanks to you both for being on the program.
Well,
Great
and
job,
wait,
we'll
Dave,
see you.
I heard that it is your birthday on Saturday.
Look at this. Oh, my gosh.
So
Thank
we
you
want to
so
wish
much.
you a very
Thank
happy
you.
birthday
Thank
on
you.
behalf of all of the residents of Ward 3
Thank
and my
you.
office.
Thank you, Councilwoman. That's very kind.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Thank you. Muchas gracias. I'm getting younger now. I wish it were the case. So thank you both very much. It's very kind of you. So how do you top that? So don't miss our next show beginning on January 30th with Ward 4 City Councilman Stavros Anthony. You can catch all of our KCLV shows on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. Now, don't forget, you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. We want to thank you for joining us for this edition of Access City Council. As we leave you this show, we want to take another last look at the Ward 3 shredding event. It was a great event. Enjoy. Thanks so much, everyone. We'll see you next time around. Thank you for the cake.
You're welcome. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
It's really important to have documents shredded so that we don't compromise really sensitive personal information that we don't want it to fall in just anybody's hands. All of us sometimes get to an age where we start to take medication. So this is a great opportunity to make sure that none of that goes into our soil or our water. Another reason to turn in medications is to ensure that it's out of the hands of others like our youth, especially when we get prescribed pain-killing medication. So disposing them here is the safest way to ensure that it's not going to land in hands of teens that shouldn't be taking them. I'm hopeful that we can at least do it twice a year. This was like an early start to your spring cleaning year, but we're hopeful that we can bring it again with way more advance notice, because I know that with the holidays, we all lost track of time. So we're hoping to bring a second one later on.